Let's get back on topic, right? So, we're saying that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans are the Israelites. Now, we're going to prove to you without a shadow of a doubt how we know this. And it goes back to the book of Deuteronomy. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. Because the book of Deuteronomy, it was written to one group of people. And we're about to find out who that is. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who was Moses speaking to in the book of Deuteronomy? Yeah, we're about to read it again. Listen up, sis.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who was Moses speaking to?
The Israelites?
Right, the Israelites. Now, jump over to 28 verse 15. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So Moses told the children of Israel, he said, if y'all don't listen and do all of my commandments, curses are going to come upon you. So let me ask you this, is a curse a good or a bad thing?
Of course, it's bad.
Right, it's a bad thing, right? So he said that all these bad things are going to happen if y'all don't listen and do. Now we're about to find out some of these curses that he said will come upon us. Read on.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So one of these curses, we would be cursed in the city. Now, what nation of people are cursed in the city? In every city, you have what's called a ghetto, a hood, a slum, right? Is that, what group of people make up the majority in those areas? Black people, right? So he said the curse shall that be in the city. Another curse would be, who has the worst education system? Black people. Who has the worst health care or medical or that was called Medicaid, right? Yeah, we have the worst, right? Like as far as it's the cheapest, and they try to get you in and get you out as fast as they can. It would be us, right? Like, I mean, it is what it is. Obamacare, yeah, whatever you want to call it, right? What? So this is fact. So, curse in the city. Another curse would be, what happened to Flint, Michigan? Yeah, what happened to the water?
The water was contaminated.
Did that majority affect white people, or did it majority affect black people? Black people, right? So, those are curses in the city. Then it said, curse shall we be in the field. I want you to take a look at this. What other nation of people did this happen to? Cursed in the field, right? So we were forced to pick what? Cotton, sugar cane, yeah, what else? Tobacco. You name it, we picked it. So the Bible says that we will be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. But it's going to get even more specific. Yeah, jump down to verse, yeah, what I want, 32?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So God said another curse would be your sons and your daughters would be given to another race of people. Who did that happen to? Think back to slavery. Yeah, who did that happen to? Huh?
Yeah, they talked about Deuteronomy where it says stuff like, it said it basically said like we'll work and they'll reap the benefits. It said that you will have a wife and another man will lay with her. Your kids will worship a God that neither their forefathers have known.
Right, so you know the curses, right?
I read everything. I'm not playing, I read.
Okay.
So, you know, he talked about how like when they brought us into slavery, we lost our language. Of course, they raped men and women and kids. And of course, they...
Right, I mean, but where we're at, so yeah, I will take it from here, sis. So, it's saying that our sons and our daughters, they were given to another race of people. We understand that that happened in slavery, but also fast forward to today. What happens when UPS comes to your house and knocks on the door? Huh? Yeah, you don't have to talk. Hey, just talk to me. Yeah, you can talk to me. I'm listening to you.
She said that never happened to her.
But do you know somebody that it did happen to? And what happened?
Kids were taken.
So this is a true book, because guess what? It says that your sons and daughters shall be given into another people. And how hard is it to get your kids back? Now, back in slavery time, you didn't see your kids ever again. But now you might have an inkling of a chance to get the kids back. But how much do you have to go through to get the kids back? If you have the money, it may be easy. But guess what? If you don't, and you got to go to court, 9 times out of 10, you might not get the kids back.
Yesterday, because it was my half sister. My little sister took them on, in her house.
Okay.
And she was able to get her kids back once she got her.
I'll praise you. But how many families do you think don't get their kids back?
I don't know.
Right. So, right. Some might don't need to, but at the same time, like I'm not saying, like, so we're not saying that there isn't some good that comes from Child Protective Services, because some parents are wicked as hell, right? But what we're saying is we still fall under these curses today. Now, give me 45.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee.
So no matter where you go, if you try to go to Canada, if you try to go to the islands, if you try to go to Germany, wherever, it says that these curses are going to follow you wherever you go, read.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Now, we're not physically destroyed, but mentally we're destroyed.
Right.
Read on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
So it says that these curses are going to be for us for a sign. What does a sign do? A sign identifies something, right? For example, if I see the golden arches, right? That's a sign that lets me know what's there.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
McDonald's, right? So these curses are going to be upon this group of people as a sign to let them know who they are in the last days. But read on.
And for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Meaning it's going to be a generational curse upon your seed forever. Meaning your kids' kids, and their kids forever, right? So that's how you will know, or you can identify who these curses are upon. Now we read that the book of Deuteronomy, it was written to who? Who was the book of Deuteronomy written to? The Israelites, right? Now, I want you to keep reading.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So it's because we didn't listen and do what God told us to do. He says now we have to serve our enemies.
Right.
So, for example, do we own Little Caesars? Who owns Little Caesars? Huh?
I don't know.
Mike, what's his name? Mike Illich? He's a so-called white man. We don't own that. We don't own Wrigley Drugs. Wrigley Drugs. We don't own the Advanced Auto Parts. We don't own Kroger's. And we don't own any of that, do we? So when we go find a job and we have to work for these people, we're serving our enemies. That's what the Bible says, right? But read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
It says that the Lord sent our enemies against us. Read.
And Hunger.
So when you're hungry, who do you have to go to for food? Them, right? Right. So, well, we don't own McDonald's, Burger King. We don't own any. Well, I can't say many, but the majority of it we don't own. So we have to go to them for food, read.
And in nakedness.
So when you need clothes, who do you have to go to? Because guess what? We might have the label like John, Boo Boo, but guess what? As far as the raw textiles, the cotton and stuff like that, we don't own that. So we still have to go to our enemies.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
It says in want of all things. So guess what? If you need a driver's license, who do you have to go to?
Secretary of State.
Who runs that?
I don't know, our mayor, right?
Well, the government, right? Right. Who runs the government? Is it us? No. If you need toilet paper to wipe your behind, who do we have to go to for that?
Gotta go to the store.
Right. We don't own that, right? So guess what? If the so-called white man said, we're not going to make any more toilet paper and put it in the black community, we'll have to drive way out to go get it. So, or, for example, it says in hunger or thirst. So we don't own Dasani, we don't own Aquafina, we don't own Fiji, we don't own any of these water bottling plants, right? Guess what? If you stop paying your water bill, what's going to happen to your water? They're going to turn it off, right? It's the same people, though, right? It's the same people that run the government, that own the majority of the businesses here, right? So this is a curse that has come upon our people.
Bring it out.
Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Then it says he, your enemy, will put a yoke of iron upon your neck. So who did this? Yeah, so this is what happens to us in slavery. So did this happen to everybody? You can Google slavery, and the first picture that will pop up is so-called black people.
Right.
So what we're showing you is that the Bible is a true book.
Right.
And these curses only apply to the people that are on the sign here.
That's right.
But let me ask you this. How did we as a people get to this side of the planet? Like, how do you know? Do you know, bro? If you don't know how we got over here to America or the Americas, if you don't know, just as I know you know.
They say by the boat.
Right, boat, right? Ship. Yeah, can you agree, bro? Right. Ship, right? Is that recorded in the Bible? Right, so watch this, because this is another curse. Verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So it says that the Lord is going to bring that group of people into Egypt again. But Egypt is synonymous with something. And we're about to read it because the Bible defines itself. It says that he's going to bring us into Egypt a second time with ships. But this is what Egypt means. Read that. Exodus 22.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Right, so what did he call Egypt, sis?
Hamid.
Yes, what did he call Egypt? Sis. Yes, what did he call Egypt?
I'm not sure.
Okay, listen up again. Read again.
Do you know that?
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So what is Egypt known as?
I'm not sure. He called it the house of bondage.
The house of bondage, the house of bondage, or slavery, right? Okay. Now, we have some understanding. Verse 68, read it again.
Verse 68. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt,
or bondage or slavery,
again,
a second second time, because the first time we walked into Egypt, right, and we walked out. Right. But it says that this time, when we go into Egypt or slavery, what's going to happen?
With ships.
We're going to go into slavery on ships. Now, what nation of people went into slavery on ships? If you don't know, I want y'all to take a look at this picture. Yeah, bro, I want to take a look at this. This is a depiction of a cargo slave ship. This did not happen to everybody.
Right.
So let me ask this. What do y'all think the condition on this ship was? Right, it wasn't the love boat, right? So, if you're stacked up like cargo, and someone has to urinate, defecate, vomit, it's going to go from one row to the next row.
Right.
And for the sisters, some sisters got on those slave ships pregnant. What do you think happened? Some of them miscarried, but some of them had babies. Have you ever saw the movie Homicide? There was a woman, she had a baby while she was in the belly of the ship. Yes. So, what we're reading is Bible prophecy, which is now our history.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.